China, with its long-standing culture and vast area, possesses countless famous landmarks and World Heritage sites spread across its regions. Each place has a special historical, cultural, or natural mark. Below is a list of the most famous places in China that tourists cannot miss. The Great Wall, a historical wonder and a great symbol of China. The Great Wall is one of the greatest and most famous architectural works in the world, a symbol of China's strength and resilience. Built over many dynasties, the Great Wall has a total length of more than 21.000 kilometers, stretching across mountains, grasslands, deserts, and valleys, forming a solid defensive network. The history of the Great Wall began in the 7th century BC, when vassal states built walls to protect their territories. During the Qin dynasty, 221 to 206 BC, under the direction of Emperor Qin Shi Huang, the sections of the wall were linked together to form a massive defensive system to protect the country from invasions from the north. During the following dynasties, especially the Ming Dynasty, 1368 to 1644, the Great Wall continued to be expanded and reinforced, becoming a feat of engineering and architecture. The architecture of the Great Wall was built mainly from stone, brick, and rammed earth, depending on local resources. In addition to the main wall, the Great Wall also had watchtowers, fortresses, and barracks located along the defensive line. The watchtowers were built about 500 meters apart to observe and quickly transmit signals when there was an enemy invasion. The role of the Great Wall is not only a military structure, but also a cultural and historical symbol of China. Over the centuries, it has demonstrated the indomitable will and creativity of the Chinese people, reflecting the unity and strength of the dynasties in defending the country. Today, the Great Wall is one of the most famous tourist destinations in the world, attracting millions of visitors every year to admire. In particular, the sections of the Great Wall at Beideling, Muxianyu, and Jinshanling near Beijing are well preserved and easily accessible. In 1987, this work was recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, marking its universal cultural and historical value. The Forbidden City, symbol of Chinese power and culture. The Forbidden City, also known as the Imperial Palace, is the Imperial Palace located in the center of Beijing, built from 1406 to 1420 during the Ming Dynasty. It was the residence and workplace of the emperors for more than 500 years, from the Ming Dynasty to the Qing Dynasty, 1420 to 1912. With an area of over 720.000 square meters and 9.999 rooms. The Forbidden City is the largest ancient palace complex still in existence in the world. The majestic architecture of the Forbidden City was built according to the principles of feng shui and traditional Chinese architecture. The palace is located on the north-south axis, with main buildings such as the Hall of Supreme Harmony, where the emperor held important ceremonies, the Hall of Preservation, and the Hall of Pure Purity. The palace is surrounded by 10-meter-high walls, along with a deep moat, to ensure absolute security for the royal family. Inside, the buildings are lavishly decorated with yellow roof tiles, the color symbolizing royal power. For more than 500 years, the Forbidden City was the center of China's political and cultural power. It witnessed many important historical events and was where emperors made decisions that affected the entire country. The name Forbidden City means Purple Forbidden City, where ordinary people were not allowed to enter without special permission. Today, the Forbidden City is the Palace Museum, which displays more than 1.8 million precious artifacts from the Chinese feudal period, including paintings, calligraphy, porcelain, and jewelry. In 1987, the Forbidden City was recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, a testament to the greatness of ancient Chinese architecture and its cultural importance. With its architectural beauty and special historical value, The Forbidden City is a must-see destination when exploring China's ancient culture. Three, Summer Palace, the jewel of Chinese architecture and nature. Summer Palace is the famous summer palace of Chinese emperors. Located in the northwest of Beijing, built in the 18th century during the Qing dynasty, Summer Palace is one of the most outstanding architectural and landscape works in China, with a perfect combination of nature and royal architecture. In 1998, this place was recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. Initially, Summer Palace was built in 1750 under Emperor Qianlong, designed as a resort for the royal family, enjoying a peaceful space in the middle of nature after busy hours of government work. This place was destroyed during the Second Opium War, 1860. It was rebuilt by Empress Cixi in the late 19th century, becoming the place where she lived in the last years of her life. The Summer Palace stands out with its beautiful design combining lakes, mountains, and palace architecture, with an area of over 290 hectares. It includes two main areas. Kunming Lake. The large lake occupies nearly 3/4 of the Summer Palace, creating a charming landscape. Visitors can take a boat tour on the lake or walk on the famous 17-span stone bridge. Wanshou Mountain. The 60-meter-high mountain is located by the lake, on which are meticulously built temples and pavilions, including the Tower of Buddhist Incense, one of the most prominent structures, allowing visitors to have a panoramic view of the lake and garden. The Summer Palace is also famous for the Long Way, a corridor over 700 meters long, decorated with thousands of paintings of landscapes, flowers, and Chinese historical legends. The gardens and palaces here are arranged in a traditional style, with lotus ponds, stone bridges, and winding paths, creating a peaceful and comfortable space. The Summer Palace is not only a natural wonder, but also a place associated with the life and culture of the Qing dynasty. Empress Cixi, the last powerful person of the Qing dynasty. She spent most of her last years here, enjoying the natural beauty and royal rituals. Today, the Summer Palace is one of the most famous and attractive destinations in Beijing, with the harmony of magnificent palace architecture and poetic natural scenery. It attracts millions of tourists from all over the world. Each season of the year, the Summer Palace has a distinct beauty: spring flowers blooming, summer green, autumn leaves yellow, and winter snow, creating a perfect landscape picture. The Summer Palace is not only a symbol of luxury and royal power, but also a place to show the architectural art and exquisite lifestyle of ancient China. 4. Tiananmen, a symbol of history and power of China. Tiananmen means Gate of Heavenly Peace and is one of the most iconic structures in China, built in 1417 during the Ming Dynasty. This gate is located on the north side of Tiananmen Square, the center of Beijing, and is the main entrance to the Forbidden City. Tiananmen is not only an important architectural work, but also a witness to many important historical events. This place is famous for the event on October 1st, 1949, when Chairman Mao Zedong stood on the Tiananmen Gate to declare the founding of the People's Republic of China. Since then, Tiananmen has become a symbol of power, unity, and national spirit of modern China. Tiananmen Gate stands out with traditional Chinese architecture, yellow tiled roofs, red walls, and solid pillars. In front of the gate is a portrait of Mao Zedong and an iconic political slogan. Tiananmen Square, vast and prominent, is the site of many major political, cultural, and military events of the country. It is also a must-see tourist destination when visiting Beijing, attracting visitors from all over the world for its profound historical and cultural beauty. Five, The Mausoleum of Qin Shi Huang and the Terracotta Army, archaeological wonders of China. The Mausoleum of Qin Shi Huang is the resting place of Qin Shi Huang, 259 to 210 BC, the first emperor of China, founder of the Qin dynasty and unifier of the country. The mausoleum is located in Xi'an, Shaanxi Province, and was built from 246 BC, lasting more than 38 years with thousands of workers participating. This mausoleum is considered one of the largest and most mysterious structures in the world, and has not yet been fully excavated due to its enormous size and complex protection measures. The most prominent in the mausoleum is the Terracotta Army, discovered in 1974 by local farmers. These are thousands of terracotta warrior statues, each about 1.8 meters tall. Each has different facial expressions, costumes, and weapons, depicting the army that protects the emperor in the afterlife. In addition to the warriors, there are also elaborately crafted horse statues, chariots, and many other objects. The terracotta army is divided into 3 main pits, with thousands of warriors standing ready in battle formation, demonstrating the military might and power of Qin Shi Huang. The discovery of this army is considered one of the most important archaeological discoveries of the 20th century and was recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site in 1987. Today, the mausoleum and the Terracotta Army are popular tourist destinations, attracting millions of visitors each year to admire the magnificence of ancient Chinese civilization. 6. Lijiang Ancient Town, an ancient gem in the mountains of southwest China. Lijiang Ancient Town is a famous ancient town located in Yunnan Province, southwest China. Built more than 800 years ago, Lijiang is one of the most important cultural and architectural heritages of China, recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site in 1997. Lijiang Ancient Town stands out with its traditional ancient architecture of the Naki people, with wooden houses, curved tiled roofs, and narrow cobblestone streets. The town is arranged in harmony with nature, with a dense system of canals leading water from the high mountains to every corner of the ancient town. The unique feature of Lijiang is that the old town has no walls, meaning it is open, welcoming visitors and not limited by space. Located at the foot of Jade Dragon Snow Mountain, creating a natural picture that is both wild and poetic. The Jade Dragon Mountain is covered with snow all year round, combined with the clear blue Jade River flowing through the town, creating a beautiful landscape that visitors can enjoy while walking through the small streets or rowing a boat on the river. Lijiang is not only a place that retains ancient architectural vestiges, but is also the cultural center of the Naki people. Visitors can explore the unique features and customs, traditional costumes, and the typical dances and songs of the Naki people. Here, Dongba music, an ancient folk music genre of the Naki people, is still performed, giving visitors an insight into the culture of the highlands. Today, Lijiang Ancient Town attracts millions of visitors from all over the world thanks to its ancient beauty, fresh air, and romantic, peaceful atmosphere. Visitors can stroll on the ancient stone streets, admire the handicraft shops, and enjoy local cuisine. At night, the old town is shimmering in the lantern light, creating a magical, enchanting atmosphere. It is an ideal destination for those who want to return to the past and enjoy the peaceful space amidst the majestic nature of southwest China. Seven. Tianmen Mountain, the majestic Heaven's Gate in the heart of Zhangjiajie, China. Tianmen Mountain, also known as Heaven's Gate Mountain, is one of the most famous and spectacular natural tourist attractions in Zhangjiajie, Hunan Province, China, with an altitude of more than 1.500 meters above sea level. Tianmen Mountain is a natural wonder with majestic and sacred beauty, covered by clouds and magical scenery. The most special feature of Tianmen Mountain is the Heaven's Gate, a natural hole formed between a giant limestone cliff, more than 130 meters high. This is considered the gateway connecting heaven and earth, bringing a mysterious feeling to anyone who sets foot there. To reach the Heaven's Gate, visitors must conquer 999 steps. The number symbolizes luck and good fortune in Chinese culture. Visitors can experience the Tianmen Mountain Cable Car, one of the longest and highest cable car systems in the world, stretching 7.5 kilometers. The cable car will take visitors from the foot of the mountain to the top, through the clouds, and providing a stunning view of the surrounding mountains and forests. Tianmen Mountain is also famous for its glass road along the cliff, perched at a height of hundreds of meters, with a length of more than 60 meters. This glass road allows visitors to test their courage by looking down into the abyss below, creating a feeling of both fear and excitement. Another unique challenge of Tianmen Mountain is the 99-turn road leading to the top of the mountain, known as one of the most dangerous and spectacular roads in the world. The road is steep and winding, but offers breathtaking, majestic mountain views. On the top of Tianmen Mountain is also the Tianmen Temple, a sacred ancient temple over 500 years old. This is a pilgrimage site for many Buddhists, attracting visitors to pray and seek peace in the quiet, sacred space of the mountains. With a combination of beautiful natural scenery, adventurous challenges, and a peaceful spiritual space, Tianmen Mountain is a destination not to be missed when traveling to China. Experiences such as conquering the Heaven's Gate, walking on the glass road, or admiring the whole view of Zhangjiajie from the cable car will bring unforgettable feelings to any visitor. Eight, Guilin, the land of beautiful landscapes. Guilin is located in the Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region, China. It is one of the most famous tourist destinations in the country, known for the saying, "Guilin's landscapes are the best in the world." With its stunning natural scenery, including majestic mountains, the poetically river, and mysterious caves, Guilin has become a symbol of China's natural beauty. The Li River, Lijiang, is the main highlight of Guilin, famous for its clear water, winding through limestone mountains with unique shapes. Visitors can take cruises along the Li River to admire the vivid natural picture, where the mountains are reflected in the river, creating a beautiful landscape. The road from Guilin to Yangshua along the Li River is one of the most attractive tourist routes, likened to paradise on earth. Elephant Trunk Hill, the symbol of Guilin. This hill is shaped like an elephant drinking water on the banks of the Li River. It is a famous photo spot and has auspicious feng shui meaning. Reed Flute Cave, a large limestone cave system with beautiful stalactites and stalagmites, illuminated by shimmering colored lights, creating a magical landscape. This cave is known as the Palace of Natural Art. Seven Star Park, the largest park in Guilin, famous for its system of rocky mountains, caves, and lush greenery. There is a chrysanthemum bridge, Seven Star Cave, and Shaodong River flowing through, creating a peaceful natural scene. Fuba Mountain, another famous limestone mountain with majestic scenery. The peak of the mountain offers visitors a panoramic view of Guilin City and the Li River. Guilin is not only a tourist destination with wonderful natural scenery, but also a place of diverse cultural exchange. With its majestic beauty and peaceful space, Guilin is the perfect choice for those who want to seek to immerse themselves in nature and discover the profound cultural values of China. 9. Zhuhaigu, China's heaven on earth. Zhuhaigu, or Nine Village Valley, is one of China's most beautiful natural wonders. Located in Sichuan Province, in the southwest of the country, Zhuhaigu is famous for its pristine natural scenery, including clear lakes, majestic waterfalls, and primeval forests. In 1992, it was recognized by UNESCO as a World Natural Heritage Site, attracting millions of visitors every year. Jizhegu is 2.000 to 4.500 meters above sea level and is surrounded by snow-capped mountains. The area is characterized by a system of beautiful lakes and waterfalls formed millions of years ago by complex geological and biological processes. The water in the lakes is a distinctive emerald green color, so clear that you can see all the way to the bottom. Five Flower Lake, one of the most famous lakes in Jizhegu, with blue, green, and yellow water, creating a colorful natural picture. Pearl Shoal Waterfall, the largest waterfall in the area, with water flowing through the rock layers creating a powerful and majestic landscape. This is also one of the filming locations for the famous movie Hero by director Zhang Yimou. Panda Lake, a clear blue lake, surrounded by forests and mountains, where you can see pandas, the symbolic animal of China, with its wild, majestic beauty and diverse ecosystem. Jizhegu is known as Heaven on Earth and is one of the most attractive natural tourist destinations in China. This is an ideal place for visitors to find peace and admire the most wonderful natural wonders in the world. Huangshan, China's natural wonder and rock wonder. Huangshan, also known as Yellow Mountain, is one of the most beautiful and famous mountain ranges in China, located in Anhui Province, in the east of the country, with its majestic scenery, strange rock peaks, floating seas of clouds, and ancient, winding pine trees. Huangshan has been an endless source of inspiration for artists, poets, and photographers for centuries. The pine trees in Huangshan have different shapes, growing on steep cliffs and bending over time and wind. The most prominent is the welcome pine, a pine tree symbolizing Huangshan, with its branches seeming to welcome visitors from afar. The strangely shaped granite peaks are a special highlight of Huangshan. Many of the rocks have their own names based on their unique shapes, such as Lotus Peak, the highest peak of Huangshan, or Flying Over Rock, a giant rock perched precariously on the top of the mountain. Floating clouds, creating a magical sea of clouds, especially in the early morning and after rain. Standing on the top of the mountain, visitors can watch the mountains rise above the clouds, creating the feeling of being lost in a fairyland. With natural hot springs, bringing a sense of relaxation after tiring mountain climbing. The hot springs in Huangshan have a stable temperature all year round, around 42 degrees Celsius, and are said to have medicinal effects. Huangshan has 4 distinct seasons, each with its own unique beauty. Spring and autumn are the most ideal times to visit, when the climate is pleasant and the natural scenery is at its most beautiful. In winter, the mountain range is covered with a layer of white snow, creating a magical and peaceful scene, especially suitable for tourists who love tranquility and mystery. Jade Dragon Snow Mountain, the majestic beauty of the snow-capped mountain range. Jade Dragon Snow Mountain, also known as Jade Dragon Snow Mountain, is one of the most famous and majestic mountain ranges in China, located in Yunnan Province, about 15 kilometers north of Lijiang City. This is an ideal destination for those who love majestic mountain scenery and want to enjoy the wild and magnificent beauty of nature. Jade Dragon Snow Mountain has 13 connected peaks, the highest of which is Fanzi Peak, Shanzidu, with an altitude of 5.596 meters above sea level. From afar, the mountain range looks like a giant dragon with snow-capped peaks all year round, creating a magical and majestic beauty. The combination of white snow on the top and green forest below creates a magnificent scene, especially attracting tourists, photographers, and nature lovers. Jade Dragon Snow Mountain is not only famous for its snow-capped mountain scenery, but also has a rich and diverse ecosystem. This mountain range is home to many rare species of flora and fauna, especially primeval forest trees and alpine plants. Visitors can explore the mountain climbing routes and valleys, which contain many mysteries of wild nature. For visitors who do not have much time or are not strong enough to climb the mountain, the cable car is the perfect choice. The J-Dragon Snow Mountain Cable Car System takes visitors up to an altitude of about 4.500 meters, where they can admire the panoramic view of the beautiful mountain range and valley. However, for adventure lovers, conquering the peaks by climbing on foot is also a challenging and memorable experience. J-Dragon Snow Mountain can be visited all year round, but the best time is from April to June and from September to November, when the weather is cool, pleasant, and the natural scenery is brilliant. In winter, the entire mountain range is covered in white snow, creating a romantic and magical scene. Tibet and the Potala Palace, a sacred symbol on the roof of the world. Tibet, located in the Himalayas, is known as the roof of the world, with an average altitude of more than 4.500 meters above sea level. This is a sacred land, famous for its majestic mountain scenery, profound Tibetan Buddhist culture, and precious historical heritages. Among them, the Potala Palace is the most prominent symbol, not only in terms of architecture, but also in terms of religious and cultural values. The Potala Palace, located in the capital city of Lhasa, is one of the most famous architectural works in Tibet and the world. Located on a hill 3.700 meters above sea level, the Potala was built in the 7th century and was the official residence of the Dalai Lama before he left Tibet in 1959. The palace was built with magnificent architecture, consisting of two main parts. Patrang Karpo, White Palace. This is the administrative area, used to be the residence and workplace of the Dalai Lama and high-ranking officials of the Tibetan government. Patrang Marpo, Red Palace. This is the religious center of the palace, where Buddhist ceremonies take place and contains many sacred shrines. The Red Palace is also home to thousands of precious Buddhist scriptures, golden Buddha statues, and priceless religious treasures. The Potala Palace is not only the residence of the Dalai Lamas, but also the religious and political center of Tibet for many centuries. It is the site of important Tibetan Buddhist ceremonies and houses the remains of the Dalai Lamas in elaborate golden stupas. The Potala Palace is also a cultural treasure trove with thousands of ancient scriptures, works of art, and precious Buddhist relics. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1994, the Potala Palace is a symbol of the preservation and development of Tibetan culture over the centuries. China is a vast country with a long history and a rich, diverse culture spanning thousands of years. When mentioning China, people often think of bustling cities, majestic world wonders, breathtaking natural scenery, and hardworking, creative people. The video ends here. Thank you everyone for watching, and please leave your comments in the comments section. If you find it interesting, please support by liking and sharing. And don't forget to subscribe to receive the latest video notifications just for you. Goodbye, and see you again in the next videos.